My beloved child, on the journey of life, I see every step you take. I know that each day brings not only sunshine and peace, but also moments clouded with trials and uncertainty. Life is not always a smooth path, and I never promised that you would never have to cry. But what I did promise is this: you will never have to walk alone. There are lessons that can only be discovered in the darkness. There is growth that can only be forged through tears. And there are precious things that can only be found after you've endured loss. I know these things are not easy. Perhaps right now you are walking through a season full of anxiety, where your heart is covered with uncertainty and your mind is overwhelmed by unanswered questions. But it is in these very moments that I am closer to you than ever before. Do not be afraid when you feel weak. Do not be ashamed when you cannot understand why things are happening the way they are. Do not think that you must be strong all the time, for it is precisely in the moments when you fall, in the times when you feel helpless, that I can embrace you and reveal the greatness of my strength. I do not expect you to be perfect. I only ask that you allow me to walk with you through the storm. Perhaps today feels like a day draped in gray clouds. The fog may have settled thick over the road ahead, making it hard to see the way forward. But do not be afraid, because I am still shining. My light does not dazzle to blind you. It shines steadily and faithfully, illuminating each step you take. Even in the darkest places, I remain the lamp to your feet and the light on your path. And I will never take my eyes off you, not even for a moment. What I want you to know today is that the trials you face are not in vain. Every moment of pain, every prayer that seems unanswered, is shaping something deeper within your spirit. You are not merely enduring a situation, you are being transformed. With every step, I am shaping you into someone stronger, more grounded, and filled with a faith that cannot be shaken. When your heart feels heavy, do not hide your sorrow from me. Tell me everything you're carrying. I am never too far to listen, never too busy to comfort you. I am your safe refuge when the storms come, your gentle embrace when you are weary, and the quiet whisper that reminds you, you are not alone. End of fray. You may feel like you've reached the end, but this is not the end. It is only a turning point for something new to begin. You may feel small in a world filled with chaos, but you are deeply and unconditionally loved by me. I know your name. I understand the silent pain buried in your heart, and I lift you up not because you are strong or capable, but because you are my child. Let me be the one who leads your way. Do not worry if you cannot yet see the road ahead, for I have already seen the entire path. I know exactly when you need to pause and rest, when to move forward, and when to lift your head to behold something new. All you need to do is place your hand in mine, and I will take care of the rest. I will go before you and will level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places. Isaiah 45:2-3. You were not created to collapse in the midst of the storm, but to walk through it in steadfastness, proving that my grace is sufficient for you when everything else is shaken. Let your faith in me be the unshakable foundation, and after all is said and done, you will look back and see that I was there all along, never leaving your side, not even for a single moment. My beloved child, do not be afraid, for I will never leave you alone in times of hardship. My presence is your shield of protection, your comfort in moments of weakness and confusion. When it feels as though you cannot go on, Remember that I am the one who gives you the strength to overcome. No challenge is too great, and no burden too heavy when you place your trust in me. Every trial you face will help you grow, will reveal more clearly the purpose I have designed for your life, and will allow you to witness my goodness in every circumstance. Trust in me, for I am forever faithful. I always keep my promises, and I will never let you fall. Never forget that I am the one who loves you unconditionally. Every worry, every sorrow that you carry, I feel them all, and I will bring healing to your heart. Every time you encounter hardship, I will be the light that shines in your darkness, and no shadow will ever be able to overcome my presence. My child, I will make a way for you, even if you cannot yet see it clearly. My precious one, know that my love for you has no limits. Every step you take, every trial you face, is part of the beautiful design I have planned for your life. Walk with trust in me. When you feel you can no longer continue, I will be the strong wings that lift you up. When you feel alone, I will be your faithful companion. Life will not always be easy, and you will face many challenges, but I promise you this: no matter what you go through, I will never abandon you. I will always be by your side, guiding you through every storm, helping you find peace, even in the moments of deepest anxiety. Today marks the beginning of a new season of testing. This season will not be easy. It will require courage and strength to overcome your limitations. But my child, these challenges are not meant to frighten you. They are opportunities to grow, to refine your soul, and to make you stronger and more steadfast. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too will your soul be refined, becoming purer and mightier through the crashing waves of life. Even though at first you may feel burdened and overwhelmed, I want you to understand that this is not a sign of the end. This is an invitation for you to enter a new season, a season that will lead you into a future filled with hope, brightness, and abundance. Do not let the difficult moments cause you to fall. This is your time to affirm your faith, to hold fast to your perseverance, and to trust deeply in me. I do not promise you that every road will be easy, nor that there will be no long and dark nights. But I assure you this: even in the darkness, there will be a heavenly light to guide your path. The days ahead may leave you feeling lost, but trust that I will always be near, giving you the strength to overcome every hardship. The life you are living is a long journey, filled with both challenging moments and precious opportunities to learn and grow. I know that not every lesson life teaches is easy to bear, but remember that each trial carries a greater purpose. Both joy and sorrow are essential parts of this journey that I have prepared for you. Whatever you may face, trust that I remain your faithful companion, my beloved child. In the moments when everything seems to fall apart and you no longer know what to do, I want you to remember this: I have never left you, and I never will. You may not see me, but I am always present. Believe that every trial, every storm you endure is not meant to last forever. Do not fear when you feel you cannot go on, because I tell you this with certainty: you will stand firm, and every storm will eventually fall behind you. Every trial you go through is not a punishment, but an opportunity for you to demonstrate your perseverance and your faith. When facing adversity, you do not need to prove that you are not weak. Rather, you are called to overcome it through the strength that comes from within. What matters is not the absence of hardship, but your willingness to navigate through the storms. This season of testing will mold you into the image I created you to become stronger and more steadfast in faith. Every step you take during this new season of trials is a step closer to maturity. I understand that during times like these, you may feel weak or unable to continue the journey. But remember this, it is in your weakest moments that I become your boundless strength. Let me be your solid foundation. Do not allow fear or insecurity to make you stop, no matter how great the trial may seem. Never forget that I have a beautiful plan for your life. Every burden you carry is never meaningless. When you look back, you will see that the difficult circumstances helped you become more resilient and spiritually mature. Never think that the challenges you face are senseless, for each one serves to grow your faith and deepen your understanding of my infinite love. The darkest days may leave you weary and uncertain, but in reality, each of those days is an opportunity to witness my present strong, enduring, and true. Keep walking in faith, knowing that I will never abandon you. I am not the one who creates trials to make you fail, but the one who upholds you through every difficulty. When you are tired, when the burden feels too heavy, remember that I am your endless source of strength. Every step you take is not taken alone, and I will always be the light shining in the darkness, guiding you through every twist and turn. Let me be the anchor that holds you firm, keeping you from being swept away by the vast sea of life. My beloved child, this season of trial shall pass, and when it does, you will realize that you have become much stronger. Maturity does not come from avoiding difficulties, but from the way you rise above them. When the trials have run their course, you will see that I upheld you through every challenging day and led you into a future filled with hope and peace. My dear one, everything I do carries a purpose far greater than what you can comprehend in this present moment. Remember that even when you walk through long, dark days, I am still the one who helps you find comfort and hope. Therefore, do not let fear or hardship cause you to falter. Be strong, stand firm in faith, and one day, you will look back and see that I carried you to a glorious ending. My precious child, at times, you may wonder why I allow these challenges to come into your life. If I love you, why would I let pain and hardship enter your journey, beloved one? I do not rejoice in your suffering, but I do rejoice in who you are, becoming the person I designed you to be. Every trial, every difficulty, every moment of adversity is an opportunity for you to grow, for your faith to be strengthened, and for your heart to draw closer to me. In the revealing light of divine love, I understand that in moments of darkness, you may feel confused and question why you must endure such things. But it is in these very moments that your character is refined, your soul is purified, and your heart is shaped to align with my higher will. Never mistake my silence for my absence. There may be times when I seem distant, when your prayers go unanswered for a while, and when the echoes of your cries seem to vanish into emptiness. But know this, I am closer to you than your very breath. I am working in ways you cannot yet perceive, arranging all things for your eternal good. My beloved child, even when you cannot feel my presence, trust in my promises. Know that I am the one who parted the Red Sea, who brought life from death, who turned mourning into joy and despair into hope. What I have done for others, I will do for you. My promises do not change, and no matter where you are, I am there ready to bring deliverance and comfort to your soul. The message I bring you today is not the end of your story, but a divine turning point. This is the moment when you must dig deep within yourself to discover strength you never knew you carried. It will test your faith, your patience, and your endurance. But it will also unveil before you the radiant beauty of my love and the limitless power of my grace. You will see that in your weakest moments, my strength shines most brilliantly. My beloved child, always remember, in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. It is when you are broken and feel as though there is nothing left to hold on to, that my healing will manifest more clearly than ever before. It is when you fully surrender to me that my victory will be revealed, bringing restoration and peace to your heart. Do not fear the moments when you see yourself falling apart, for I will rebuild you. I will fill every crack with boundless love and overflowing grace. I know well the plans I have for you. These plans are not merely to help you endure temporary hardships in this world, but they encompass eternity itself. Every challenge you are facing today is only a small part of my grand design. It is a story of redemption, restoration, and renewal, my child. After every storm, you will emerge stronger and more mature in both faith and perseverance. Remember this: no trial in life is without meaning, and there is no hardship unknown to me. Know that each difficulty occurs for a purpose, even if you cannot understand it right now. In time, you will see that everything has happened for your benefit, to grow you, to shape you, and to prepare you to receive the blessings I have already appointed for your life. I am the one who never changes. And in those moments when you feel like you have no strength left, remember that I am your strength. My beloved, the trials you face today are stepping stones, drawing you nearer to the greatness I have prepared for you. Always remember, I am the one who will never abandon you. Each challenge you face is an opportunity for you to recognize my boundless presence in your life. When you feel lost, I will be the light that leads you. And when you feel unable to go on, I will be the hand that lifts you, helping you to stand firm. My beloved child, you may feel confused when looking ahead. The road may be rugged, not as smooth as you hoped, but know that this is the very path that leads to life, to hope, and to a glorious future I have prepared in advance for you. Do not fear the challenges ahead, for you will not face them alone. My dear one, this is not a message of defeat. It is an invitation for you to rise and walk in deeper trust in me. Let your heart rest in faith and fear no more. This season is not one you must endure alone, but one in which I will walk beside you every step of the way. I see it all: the quiet ache in your heart, the unspoken fears, the doubts that surround your soul. I see the silent tears you shed when you feel that no one truly understands what you're carrying. My child, I am moved by your faith, by the resilience and trust you continue to place in me, even when the road ahead remains uncertain and stormy. Therefore, my child, though not lose heart, I am working all things together for your good. The trials you face today are not in vain. They are priceless lessons shaping you into the person I have called you to become. These hardships are molding you into a vessel of my boundless love, a bearer of my light to the world, a living testimony of my faithfulness. As you walk through this season of testing, cling tightly to my promises. Let them be the anchor for your soul, the solid foundation upon which you stand in the storm. When the winds of adversity blow, When trials try to pull you under, my promises will shine as your guiding light. I will not allow you to be shaken, for you are firmly rooted in mine, my unwavering love, my beloved child. Even when the waves of doubt rise high, do not be afraid. They will not be able to overwhelm you, for you are held firmly in my powerful hand. Believe that when darkness surrounds you, my light will shine forth, and the darkness will never overcome that mysterious light. Remember that I am the one who leads you, the one who ignites the light in the night, and no darkness can ever remain in the radiance of my presence. I am with you in every step you take. When you are weak, I will strengthen you. When you are weary, I will comfort and uphold you. And when everything seems hopeless, I will ignite hope within you. I am your firm foundation, the solid ground upon which you can continue walking. Trust in me, for I am faithful. Though the message I bring to you today may feel weighty, know that it is but a small part of the greater story I am writing in your life. Always remember that these trials are never the end. Rather, they are a turning point, a part of the journey I have carefully prepared for you. You must walk through them, and one day, when you look back, you will realize that all you endured was preparing you for something greater, for a brighter future I have in store. My dear child, never forget that even when you walk through dark days, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart, I will always be your peace and your hope. I will be the truest source of strength that shelters you, enabling you to stand firm and walk through the storms. Therefore, continue on this path with faith, with hope, and with complete trust in the Lord your God. The trials will pass, but my love and my faithfulness to you will remain eternal. Walk forward in my peace. I have walked with many throughout the ages, those who endured unimaginable trials, overwhelming challenges, and at times faced circumstances that seemed utterly impossible to overcome. These stories are not just ancient memories. They are living testimonies of my faithfulness, my power, and my limitless love. They are powerful reminders that even when you feel everything is falling apart, when all seems bleak and unbearable, I am still moving, still fulfilling my promises, and working all things together for your good. Let these stories be your encouragement when you feel hopeless, when you feel you cannot go on. Remember that what I have done for those before you, I will surely do for you. I have performed miracles, turned the darkest moments into glorious light, and I will do the same for you. Remember Josephah, one dearly loved by his father, yet despised by his brothers. They threw him into a deep pit, sold him into slavery, and abandoned him to face a life entirely different from the one he had known. In Egypt, Joseph was falsely accused and thrown into prison for many long years. Surely, during that time, he must have felt I had abandoned him, that the great dreams he once had were nothing but empty illusions. But, my beloved, I never left Joseph. I was with him in the pit, in the prison. In every moment of sorrow, I was preparing him for a purpose far greater than he could imagine. When the appointed time came, I lifted Joseph up to become ruler over all of Egypt, second only to Pharaoh. With wisdom and sound leadership, Joseph saved not only Egypt but his own family from famine. What his brothers had meant for harm, I turned into good, fulfilling the plan of redemption I had ordained all along. The story of Joseph is a living testament to my sovereignty to my ability to transform even the darkest of circumstances into something glorious. My child, if I did it for Joseph, I will do it for you. I will not leave you alone in times of trouble. I will always be by your side, ready to guide you through every challenge you face. My beloved child. Now, let us reflect on Moses, the one I called to lead my people out of slavery in Egypt. When I first spoke to him from the burning bush, he was overwhelmed with doubt and fear. Moses felt inadequate, unworthy, and lacking in strength to fulfill the task I had entrusted to him. But I assured him that I would be with him, that I would give him the words to speak and the power to perform miracles. Yet, the journey was far from easy. Pharaoh's heart grew hard, and the Israelites faced plagues, hunger, thirst, and the threat of annihilation at the Red Sea. But in every moment of difficulty, I was there. I never abandoned them. I parted the sea, provided manna from heaven, made water flow from the rock. I led them through the wilderness, teaching them to trust in me and to live by my boundless provision. Though they often complained and doubted, I remained faithful and guided them toward the land I had promised. The story of Moses is a vivid reminder that I am the Lord your God, your deliverer, your provider, and the one who fulfills every promise, even when the path ahead seems impossible to cross. Trials and hardships are not signs that I have forsaken you, but rather the very conditions through which you grow in faith and resilience. Just like Moses, there will be times when you feel incapable, but remember, I will always be with you, giving you the strength to endure and overcome. Each of these stories is a testimony to my faithfulness, a witness that I keep my promises to you, even when circumstances appear to rise against you. My child, when you face trials, remember that I was with these ones in their darkest days. I did not abandon them, and I will never abandon you. When the waves rise, when the darkness weighs heavily upon you, remember that I am the light that never fades, the wellspring of hope you can always rely on. Always remember, I am not only the one who can change every circumstance, but I am also the one who stays close, walking with you through every storm, fulfilling every purpose I have for you. The trials you are going through will not last forever, and it is through them that I will lead you into a future filled with hope. With me, you will overcome every challenge. Let my promises be the firm foundation beneath your feet, strengthening you to walk boldly along the path I have set before you. My child, in all of this, I want you to know that the trial you are facing is not a punishment. It is a refining fire, a divine preparation shaping you into the person I have called you to be. What feels like pain or hardship is actually the ground upon which growth will spring forth, shaping you into the very best version of yourself. Remember the stories of those who have gone before you, stories of endurance, of trust in me, and of the unwavering faithfulness I poured out on them. These are not fairy tales, but testimonies filled with miracles and my boundless love. My child, you too will find yourself in these stories. For have I not already been with you, giving you the strength to walk through the very trial you once thought you couldn't survive? My beloved child, remember David, the young shepherd boy in the wilderness, the one whose humble and wholehearted heart I saw among a crowd that no one noticed. He did not come to me with fame or status, but with a sincere heart and a simple yet unwavering faith. When I chose David, It was not because of his appearance or outward talents, but because I saw someone who truly loved me, someone willing to listen and obey even in the midst of adversity. David stood before Goliath, the giant warrior who made an entire army tremble, armed with nothing but a staff and a few smooth stones. But what he held most firmly was not the weapon in his hand, but my promise in his heart. He did not fight with his own strength, but relied on the power of the one who created the heavens and the earth. It was that very faith that brought the victory. David declared, "You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." This is Samuel, but my child. David's journey did not end with that glorious triumph. After his name echoed throughout the land, he had to face the wrath and envy of King Saul. From being celebrated by the people, he became a fugitive. From the palace, he was cast into dark caves, living as a stranger in his own nation. It was a long road filled with loneliness, trials, and tears. I did not prevent hardships from coming upon David, but I walked with him through every step. In the days of rejection, I taught David what it means to trust in the darkness, what it means to remain faithful when no one else stands by your side. The songs David wrote in those tearful moments, the Psalms, still echo to this day because they are the honest cries of a soul that sought me amid the storm. David once wrote, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Psalm 23-4. These were not mere poetic words, but a testimony born from real suffering and a steadfast trust in me. David's life was far from a flawless portrait. He stumbled. He committed grave mistakes. He sometimes let his desires and weaknesses lead him astray. But what made David precious in my sight was not perfection, it was his heart that knew how to repent and return to me. Whenever he sinned, he did not make excuses or shift blame. He poured out his soul in repentance and sought my forgiveness. And I, with everlasting love, never turned away a truly contrite heart. This is true for you as well. I do not seek worldly perfection. I do not expect you to be strong every moment or to live without failure. What I long for is a tender heart, one that is willing to admit wrong, to find refuge in me when all else crumbles. If I could use a boy dismissed by others like David to establish the kingdom of Israel, then surely I can use you, even if you feel inadequate, even if you see yourself as weak, to accomplish great things in my loving plan. Look back on David's journey and understand that the pain, the trials, the silent seasons that seem meaningless, all of them hold a purpose. In the hiding place, I am refining you. In solitude, I am teaching you to hear my voice. Through your wounds, I am softening your heart so that I may fill it with my very life. And at the appointed time, just as I did for David, I will raise you up, not so you may be glorified, but so that my name may shine brightly through your life. For I am the Lord your God who does not change, and my promises remain steadfast. Just as I preserved David through countless trials, just as I kept my word and appointed him king according to my will, so also will I preserve you and bring to completion what I have begun in you. Do not be afraid if you feel inadequate. Do not be discouraged if you feel forgotten. For I see you, I know you, and I am working in silence to prepare you for the day of glory. My beloved child, let your heart be still and reflect upon a woman whom I appointed for a decisive moment in history, Esther, the young Jewish girl who was brought from obscurity to the throne of one of the greatest empires. It was not by chance, nor by coincidence, but by Meath, creator of all things, that everything was orchestrated according to my divine plan. Every step she took, every twist in her journey, was part of the wise and wondrous design I had prepared before the beginning of time. Esther was not born in a palace. She was an orphan girl, raised by her cousin Mordecai while in exile. No one could have imagined that such a humble young woman, with no royal lineage, would be chosen to become the Queen of Persia. But I, the one who sees what no one else sees, had ordained her for a position of great influence, not for comfort or luxury, but for the fulfillment of a sacred mission for her people. When the king sought a queen, my hand turned his eyes toward her, not merely for her beauty, but because I saw in her a heart that was willing, a spirit that was obedient, and a character forged for a mission that was drawing near. Do you remember when Haman's wicked scheme was revealed, a cunning, cruel plan to annihilate the Jewish people? Esther stood at a crossroads between life and death. She herself was a Jew, but her true identity had never been revealed. If she remained silent, perhaps she might remain safe, at least for a while. But that silence could mean the destruction of her entire people, and the position she held would not protect her for long. Mordecai said to her, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Esther 4:14. That question still echoes to this day. And I ask you the same. Who knows but that you are where you are right now for a divine purpose I have ordained? Life may not always reveal your role clearly, but it is in those uncertain moments, when the full picture is hidden, that I am preparing you for something far greater. Like Esther, you too may be standing at a crossroads of destiny, where you must choose between your own comfort and a calling that surpasses your personal safety. My child, Esther did not retreat, though she knew that approaching the king without being summoned could lead to death. She chose to move forward only after calling all her people to fast and seek me in prayer. She did not rely on her status. She did not depend on her own wisdom. She placed her trust in me. That trust was what changed everything. She told Mordecai, "If I perish, I perish," Esther 4:16, a bold declaration, not from hopelessness, but from a heart fully surrendered to me. And do you see what happened? That very act opened the door to miracles. When she entered the king's court, contrary to all expectations, he extended the golden scepter to her, a sign of life. From that moment, she acted with wisdom, with patience, and under my guidance, she exposed Haman's scheme step by step, reversing the fate of an entire people. The plot was uncovered. The enemy was destroyed. My people were delivered. This was not a victory by human might, but my divine intervention made manifest through the obedience of one faithful woman. That story is still unfolding in your life today. Even though you are not in a palace, and you do not wear the royal robes of a queen, the place you are in and the circumstances you are living through each carry a spiritual purpose. You may be a mother, a student, or laboring quietly through trials. Yet you are never invisible to me. I have positioned you there for a reason. Nothing in your life is random. Even the pain, the loneliness, and the seasons when you feel forgotten are part of the preparation I have designed for you. My beloved child, when everything seems tangled and out of control, When you wonder why you must endure so much injustice, remember the story of Esther. I always work behind the curtain, even in the smallest details. I am the one weaving the beautiful tapestry of your life. Even when all your eyes see are chaotic threads, do not fear if you cannot see my hand, for there is never a moment when I am not working. I am never late, and never early. I am always perfectly on time. In every single moment, when I see that you are ready, I will place you in the right place, at the right time, so you may become an instrument in my hand. But this does not require you to be perfected, only requires your obedience. I did not choose Esther because she was already strong, but because she was willing to trust me in the midst of her trials. I did not wait for her to understand everything before I used her. I only needed her heart to be fully surrendered to me. Just as I did not forsake Esther, I will never forsake you. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you are confused, I am your light. When you do not know the way, I will lead you. Just take a step of faith, even a small one, and I will do the rest. Your life may not be easy, but I promise you, it will be meaningful. Let me use you as I used Esther to bring light, life, and deliverance to the places shrouded in darkness. You may think of yourself as small and unworthy, but I, your Creator, do not make mistakes. If I have placed you somewhere, it is because I need you there. If you are carrying a burden in your heart, it may very well be a sign of your calling. If you hear me whispering to you in the night, it could be my invitation to step into the journey I have already prepared for you. Remember this, just as I delivered my people through Esther, He will deliver you. I will give you the strength to stand firm, the wisdom to act, and the courage not to retreat. Nothing I begin will go unfinished. No word I speak will ever fall to the ground. I am the faithful one. Hold on to this word. My precious one, do not be afraid. Do not hesitate. Let me use your life as a holy instrument, sounding the melody of redemption in a world desperate for light. You are not alone. I am working, and I will never abandon you. The stories of these people, David, Esther, and many others stand as clear reminders that I always fulfill my promises. No matter how difficult the circumstances may be, the trials they faced were not signs of abandonment, but opportunities for them to grow in faith and trust in me. I was with them, and now I am with you. Do not fear, for I am leading you and will bring you deliverance at my appointed time. My beloved child, take time to reflect on the stories found within the Scriptures, those sacred accounts of individuals who endured trials and hardships, and yet chose to trust in me even when circumstances appeared hopeless. Each of these stories serves as a powerful reminder of my presence in your life and of the faithfulness and perseverance I long to see in you. These individuals, though they faced storms beyond comprehension, held fast to their faith in me, and in the end, they were restored and honored. Think of Job, a man blameless and upright, who suffered unspeakable anguish. In a single day, he lost all his possessions. His children died, and his body was afflicted with painful disease. His friends, who were supposed to comfort him, accused him of harboring hidden sin, and his wife urged him to curse me and die. Yet Job did not turn away from me. He wrestled with his pain, questioned my purpose, but he never abandoned his faith. In those moments when he felt forsaken and could not understand why such things had befallen him, Job remained steadfast. In the end, I restored him and gave him twice as much as he had before. Job's story is a profound reminder that suffering is not always the result of sin, and that my ways are higher than yours. It stands as proof of the importance of trusting me, even when you cannot comprehend my plan. When you walk through trials and seasons of sorrow, remember that I am still present, and I will restore you in my perfect timing. My beloved child, consider also the life of Daniel, who was taken from his homeland and forced to serve in a foreign kingdom. Daniel faced immense pressure from the culture surrounding him, yet he remained faithful to me. When he was thrown into the lion's den for praying to me, I shut the mouths of the lions and delivered him unharmed. Daniel's story is a reminder that I am always with you in the midst of trials, and I will protect and deliver those who remain faithful to me. When Daniel stood firm in his faith, when he refused to bow before the temptations of power and the world, I intervened to protect him, and he emerged from the lion's den without a scratch. My child, this story reveals that no matter how great the adversity you face, I will always shield you when your heart remains steadfast in loyalty. Remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who refused to bow before King Nebuchadnezzar's golden image when they were cast into the blazing furnace for refusing to compromise with idolatry. I was with them in the fire, and they walked out unscathed. No matter how fiercely the flames roared, I protected them, and they were not harmed. Their story is a testimony of my power and presence in the midst of trial. I was with them in the fire, and they came out not burned, not destroyed. It is a powerful reminder that no matter how intense the flames, I am always with you, and I will bring you through every trial. When you are faced with difficult decisions, when the weight of testing feels unbearable, remember that I will guard you and help you to stand firm. My beloved child, these stories are not mere ancient tales, but living testimonies of my faithfulness, my protection, and my power to bring salvation and restoration to those who place their trust in me. When you face hardships, trials, or when life seems unfair, remember that I was with Job in his suffering. I protected Daniel in the lion's den, and I preserved Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the blazing furnace. I do not change, and I will never change when it comes to you. When you cannot understand why you must endure these challenges, remember that I have a beautiful plan for you, a plan to restore you and to reveal my glory through your life. The stories of Job, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are enduring reminders that I am always here, that I always intervene at the appointed time, and that I can turn every trial into an opportunity for you to grow in faith, endurance, and deeper trust in me. Always remember, no matter how difficult or challenging life may become, I am the one who never abandons you. My presence is your protection, your guidance, and your eternal source of hope. Reflect upon the stories in Scripture, the lives of those I chose to fulfill my divine purposes. These stories are not just history, they are living demonstrations of my unwavering faithfulness and boundless power. Each story is a lesson in resilience, obedience, and faith, and each one powerfully reminds you that even when you face the darkest moments or the fiercest trials, you still have me. Do you remember the story of Jonah, who tried to flee from my calling when he was swallowed by a great fish? In the depth of his distress, he cried out to me, and I heard him. In that place of desperation, Jonah realized there was nowhere I could not be found, and nothing I could not transform. I gave Jonah a second chance to fulfill the mission I had assigned to him, and through his obedience, an entire city was saved. Jonah's story is a reminder that I am the God of second chances, and nothing can hinder the plans I have ordained. When you feel you've failed, when you believe you've missed a precious opportunity or cannot return, remember that I never abandon my children. I will always offer you another chance to rise up and fully walk in the plans I have for you. Think of the Apostle Paul, who faced countless hardships and suffering while proclaiming the gospel. He was shipwrecked, beaten, imprisoned, and persecuted for his faith. Yet he never lost his devotion to me. In his darkest hours, when everything seemed to fall apart, Paul found strength in my grace. He boldly declared that my power is made perfect in weakness. Paul's story is a living testament to the sufficiency of my grace and the power of my Spirit. When you feel you cannot go on, when you face obstacles that seem insurmountable, remember that my grace will be your strength, and the power of my Spirit will always be with you. My beloved child, know this: these stories are living testimonies of my faithfulness. They are reminders that I do not change, that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did for Joseph, Moses, David, Esther, Job, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, Jonah, and Paul, I will also do for you. I am the one who not only sees your suffering but also acts to turn it into opportunity, to bring healing and transformation. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing, brings beauty from ashes, and makes a way where there seems to be no way. Remember this: your faith in me will be an unshakable source of strength. Even when you must walk through the fire of affliction, I will be there guarding you, protecting you, never letting you go. Never forget that I am the Redeemer of all things, the one who can transform even your greatest trials into essential parts of the perfect plan I have prepared just for you. Trust in me, for I am faithful, and I will fulfill every promise I have spoken. Place your hope in me, for I am your deliverer when all roads seem closed. Do not be afraid. My beloved, the road ahead may be difficult, but never forget that with me, all things are possible. And though the night may linger long, dawn will surely come. The sun will rise again, ushering in a new day filled with grace and blessing. My child, you will see restoration, healing, and the peace I have long prepared for you. Until then, walk by faith, knowing that I am always on your side and will never abandon you. You belong to me, and I belong to you. Together, we will walk through this season of trial until its glorious end. Even when you feel weak or lost, remember that I am the one who stands beside you, holding you steady through every moment. Let not your faith be shaken by hardship. Each challenge is but an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient in your trust in me. Remember, I am the Lord your God who sees all things. I see your pain, your fears, your doubt, and your hidden anxieties. I see the tears you shed in the quiet of the night, and I hear the prayers you whisper when no one else is listening. And I am deeply moved by your faith, by your willingness to trust me, even when the path ahead is unclear. I am always there, hearing every prayer, even the most hidden ones. I will never abandon you in your time of need. My beloved child, do not be discouraged, for I am working all things together for your good. The trials you face today will not destroy you. They will shape you into the one I have called you to be. Know this: each trial is an invitation to grow to, refine your soul and expand your heart so it may carry the fullness of my love. You will become a vessel of my love, a bearer of my light to those around you, and a living witness of my faithfulness. As you walk this path, always remember that I walk with you and will never depart from you. My presence will be your comfort, your shield in times of weakness, and your guiding light through every darkness. Every challenge you face will draw you closer to me and will deepen your understanding of my love and my power. I know the struggles you are enduring. I see the pain you carry, the burdens that feel too heavy to lift. But remember, I will never leave you alone in those moments. I am the one who walks with you, and I will help you overcome. Take my hand, and let us walk together through these trials with unwavering faith, with courage, and with a hope that never fades. In every circumstance, I am the one who stands beside you. Be strong and keep walking the path I have laid before you. For I have arranged everything so that you may overcome and enter into the blessings I have destined for you. As you walk through this season of trials, I want you to remember that even when you feel lonely or weary, I am always by your side. The challenges you are facing are not the end. They are part of the journey I have carefully designed for you. Let my promises be the steadfast anchor for your soul. When you are confronted with opposing winds, when the trials seem to pull you backward, I assure you that you will not be shaken. For you are deeply rooted in me, like a sturdy tree standing firm amidst the storm. Even when the waves of doubt rise high and fear threatens to overtake your mind, remember that I am holding you in my hand, and nothing can steal that safety from you. When darkness appears to cover everything around you, do not forget that I am the light that shines in the midst of that darkness. My light cannot be overcome by any shadow, and no matter how hard the circumstances may seem, my light will always guide you through. I am with you in every step you take forward. Each day brings you closer to the plan I have prepared for your life. When you feel weak, when your heart is troubled, I will be your strength. When you are tired and feel as though you can no longer go on, I will be your comfort, the hand that lifts you in your most difficult moments. I will never allow you to fall into despair, for I am the faithful one, the one who never leaves you, not even for a moment. Every trial you face today is but a part of the greater journey I have laid before you. And everything I do is for your highest good. Though the news you hear today may dishearten you, I want you to understand that they are only fragments of the grand masterpiece. I am painting over your life a story of boundless love, of grace, unending, and of my unfailing faithfulness. When you feel discouraged, when you doubt, and when you feel as if you have failed, take heart. My beloved, the road ahead may not be easy, but I promise you, nothing is impossible with me. These challenges, however great, are but pieces of the perfect plan I have prepared just for you. No matter how long the night may last, I will always be the lamp shining in the dark, and the dawn will surely come. When the sun rises, It will carry with it a new day filled with grace and blessings I have already set aside for you. Do not be afraid, for I am your protector, and I will lead you to a place of true peace. Each day in your life is an opportunity to demonstrate your faith, to affirm your trust in me, even when the path ahead is unclear, when the weight of the trial presses heavily on your shoulders, when it feels like you can bear no more. I want you to remember that I am always covering you and lifting you up. You belong to me, and I belong to you. We are one, and in every hardship, I will never let you walk alone. These difficult moments are simply opportunities for your faith to mature, for you to grow deeper in the understanding of my love and faithfulness. Remember that even in silence, I am walking with you. My presence is a source of comfort and protection you can always rely on. When the waves of doubt and fear begin to rise, lift your eyes to me, for I will steady you. I will help you through every storm in life, help you find peace in the quiet moments, and help you realize that I am the faithful one who keeps every promise I have made to you. So, walk forward boldly. My beloved, do not let the trials stop your steps, for I am the one who can do all things. And in me, nothing is impossible. Though the night may be long, the morning will come, and when it does, you will see that I have always been with you, helping you through every hardship and preparing for you a future full of blessings. You belong to me, and I belong to you. Together, we will overcome every trial in this life. I will guide you. I will protect you. And in the end, I will lead you into a future filled with light and hope, a future built upon the unshakable foundation of faith and the limitless love I have for you. Trust in me, for I am faithful, and I will always be with you. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may receive the living words, build unshakable faith, and walk in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.